gone. It's gone.
Oh, the brand new school is gone.
Oh my
Yeah, we haven't
God.
come this
That was
way
a
at all.
huge brick. That was a huge brick school. It is completely gone.
We hadn't been over this way yet.
No, we haven't.
Oh, look to the left. That truck got impaled on a light post. The concrete part of a light post. And then look at these huge power poles coming from the substation.
Oh my God, Adam.
I hope they let us around their little command thing. They should.
That is horrible. Look at all the people helping down there.
Oh, good.
There's a lot of people helping.
Yeah.
My name is Leslie Brewington. I'm the Public Relations Coordinator for the Tuscaloosa City Schools, and after the April 27th tornado, we have had truckload upon truckload of supplies donated to our school system. The kids of University Place Elementary, University Place Middle, and Alberta Elementary Schools as a result of their being hit directly by the tornado. We have over 10,000 children, but it wasn't just the kids that went to those three schools who've been impacted by the storm. As you know, the storm cut an almost 6-mile path through the city, cutting through all of our school zones. So we've had children in every single school zone of those three that we have who've been impacted by the storm. So in our donation center, which we opened the week following the storm, we have received crayons and notebooks and instructional materials for teachers, and that's really been a great thing to have. We've been able to offer those supplies to those teachers and those students so they wouldn't have to go and make those purchases out of pocket. This year, at the beginning of the school year, we provided supplies to all of the kids that attended those three schools, as well as children who were impacted by the tornado in other ways. Maybe a car was lost or a job was lost as a result of the tornado, and so we're happy to have been able to do that with the wonderful contributions that people from around the nation have provided our school system. Even more exciting than that was the faces of the teachers when they got an opportunity to come in and check out the instructional supplies. One teacher told me that last year she spent $2,000 of her own money, so to be able to come through and collect supplies that have been donated generously, she just broke down in tears. And so that's when you know what you're doing is making a difference. And for the people that volunteered and donated items to the Tuscaloosa City Schools and didn't believe that it had an impact or were donating to some nameless, faceless child. We have children here and teachers here that are so grateful for those contributions. That has really made returning to school a lot easier. We would not have been able to operate our donation center had it not been for the selflessness of people who volunteered in that donation center to make sure that as stock comes in, they're turning it over, they're putting it up on shelves so people can come by and get those things that they need. We have logged, within 2 months of the tornado, we have logged well over 10,000 volunteer hours, and those numbers just keep going up, and we're glad to have it here.
Now this is the Tuscaloosa City Schools Disaster Relief Center. It's divided into two areas. What you see in front of you is for teachers. So if a teacher from one of the three affected schools lost their supplies in the storm, they can come here and get anything that they would need for their classroom. This area is for students, where any of the students from the three affected schools or students who lost their home in the storm can come here and get crayons, pencils, art supplies, folders, and you name it. Our job happens to be one of two things. Some days we will come and we will unpack donations and put them on the appropriate spots on their shelf. Today what we're doing is we're unpacking donated books. There were also 3 libraries in these schools that were destroyed, and so people have been donating books from all over the nation to go in the schools when they're rebuilt. So we sort them by grade level, K through 2nd, 3rd through 5th, 6th through 8th, and high school. We also remove any objectionable materials we might find. This is Anthony Zermenio, one of our varsity team students, and he's originally from Los Angeles, California. And he was here during the events of April 27th. Could you talk a little bit about what that day was like at Stillman?
It was very surreal. Of course, like, you know, being that I've been in Alabama for a year already, I was already expecting this type of tornado-esque weather. But just to hear and see the disaster that came after was really, it was an eye-opener, only because I'm not used to stuff like this. So when I saw all the destruction, my first idea was, how can I help? Because it just wasn't something I'm used to. And it was just really something I had to kind of sit back and really think of how much disaster it really put on a lot of families.
And how does it feel helping out with the City Schools Disaster Relief Center?
It's definitely a relief. It's good to know that at least Tuscaloosa is putting an effort to help those who were in need and those who were really affected by the tornado.
All right, thank you.
I would just use it as my grade 2 as a reading kind of. If somebody didn't actually have it. 2, 3.
What did he say juvenile literature was?
Huh?
What did he say juvenile literature?
60. That is not a realistic
I was
picture.
juvenile, I was like 6 years old.
Is it? I don't remember. I don't think it's supposed to have the thing in front of.
So I'm
I
sorry.
think it was off to the side. Oh, they're back there.
Yeah.
No, it was actually my.
They have Willy Wonka with chocolate factory movie did. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Fifth grade.
This Tom Sawyer, what is that? Elementary school?
Tom Sawyer, we don't even know if it's allowed. Yeah, try middle school.
This doesn't have a grade in
The Thinking Girls Guide to the Hippest Women in History.
it.
Cool women. It's just called Cool Women.
Yeah, they got Dream Girl, but like,
You think about Dream Girls.
Dream Girls.
that's why it was a big version.
Oh yeah. This reads like beginner's book.
I guess this would be 3 through 5.
This is 10. This is 5.
Maybe PhD.